season, and I got a random phone call of Trevor saying, "Look, I've got a job in Singapore. Do you want to come?" And I was like, "Yeah." Because the agreement was that I'd come. I was only going to play the three months over the summer period, just to help them out for a little bit. Because I had an opportunity to sign for Carlisle United, because they'd already pre-agreed to kind of half sign me, but they're in administration. But just a random phone call. Do you want to come to Singapore? I was like, well, random. Never been there before, but if you're telling me it's worth it, Trevor, I'll come.
How much did you know about Singapore before you got on the plane?
Nothing. I'd only been there once, and that was via when I went to Australia. So I knew little bits about it. Obviously, I'm not naive enough to not know what Singapore is, but to actually, when you land there. So I'd have been 19 then, and my wife was 17, and my wife now was with me then. So we actually all came out together. So she took the leap of faith. So she's 17, I'm 19, never been out of the country really, apart from going to Spain or wherever we went. And we literally rocked up into Singapore, landed, and I was like, right, this is Singapore then.
And I want to talk about the first couple of days in Singapore. Obviously, the humidity would have whacked you nicely, and getting into the groove of Singapore football. That was back in 2001 when the league was still decent, right? And what did you make of the level and the standard? Obviously, you played at State League in Western Australia with Sorrento, back home, and then come to Singapore. What did you think about the standard then?
It was weird because you come in like a preconception of see wherever it is. You kind of get on with it and play. We had a good span. We had Danny Hill at centre half. We had Cy Harlan. We have Tony, myself, James Morgan was there, Trevor's son at the time. So we had a decent group, and then we had a good group of Singaporeans as well, a nice mix. So we were a team that was expected to do absolutely nothing. And when we actually all got together, we just all clicked. I said one of my biggest regrets is that I actually had, when all the stuff happened with Carlisle, I left and we were in the quarterfinals of the cup, and we never got that far. And I really thought we had an opportunity to achieve something, because when I was there, we didn't. I think I lost 2 games or something there. But the actual standard was a good standard. You had players in there where internationals that played. You had local lads who were aggressive and strong. The one thing I did find, I didn't think I'd go over there and they'd be so aggressive.
Yeah.
And so physically strong and that aggressive, because you kind of don't think of it being like that. You think of it more being more technical, but it's really like high end. And I remember doing the first training session. I finished, and I was just sweating everywhere, dripping everywhere, and literally I was like, my God, this is going to be like insane. It was the best thing I ever done. The one of the best things that ever happened to me, because I had that spell there. We'll go back to obviously talking about it in a minute. But when I had that spell in there, because I'd done 3.5 months. I still believe the reason I got to move to Sheffield Wednesday when I went back is because I got that fit in 3.5 months over there. When I went back to England and played, it was just easy. I never felt tired. I never felt tired because you're so used to running that humidity for 90 minutes for like 3 months and 4 months nearly. It's like it was a breeze going back to England.
So maybe that's the way that the team should really think about preparing for pre-season. Come out here in the humid and then train, then go back, because then it becomes a bit easier.
Yeah, I think a lot of them do. I think that's why you find a lot of them do go away to Dubai and places like this. And I think a few have been to Singapore, haven't they? So I think it definitely helps that the humidity and stuff like that. And as I say, with England, it's always a difficult one for us, because when we go to any tournament, we never get the opportunity to really be that tested week in, week out. So I think it massively hampers on what we do.